Wow, this really has to be the most iconic photo of the century. What happened yesterday was just absolutely astonishing. Trump is lucky to be alive. He was literally millimeters away from death. If his head had been in just the slightest different position, it would have been the end for him. We nearly saw the Republican candidate for president. They've tried to stop him in any possible way they can to stop him from running in a democracy to see if he can win people's votes to become president. They've tried to stop him from being on the ballot paper best they can. And now this is what it has come to, is an assassination attempt. And I want to talk to you guys about some of the stuff that is really quite fishy and really quite not right about what happened. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but I can tell you that something was not right. I want to talk about how the media responded to it. Some of those headlines, what the hell were they talking about? They were completely ignoring the fact it was an assassination. And I want to talk about what went on with the Secret Service and the police. Why did they ignore people who were telling them that there was a gunman on the roof? Why did they only intervene after shots were fired? There are some serious questions to be asked, ladies and gentlemen. But first of all, let's just look back to that moment when the shots were fired at Mr. Trump.
You see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Absolutely terrifying. I would have been absolutely bricking it if I was there. I do notice that some people just sat on the stools there, just sat upright, happy, not bothering to duck down when they hear the gunshots. They must be calmer than me. But that was pretty scary. But what was pretty iconic was Trump's response to being shot and nearly losing his life. And this is where he made himself out to be, let's just say, a little bit stronger and tougher than Joe Biden.
No.
Wow. I mean, that is quite something. And that picture of him with the fist up and the American flag behind him is absolutely iconic. And I think that it is made very clear that he is the tougher candidate out of him and Joe Biden. I think this is going in his favour, what happened. Obviously, it would not have been in his favour if his head was just in a position millimetres different and his life would have ended. He is a lucky man and he is coming out on top because of this. But as I said, some fishy things definitely happened. Let's just talk about the news headlines. I won't go over all of them because, trust me, there are a lot of them saying all sorts of garbage. But let's just look at the worst of them, which was the CNN headlines. I mean, guys, this is absolutely ridiculous. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Falls at rally? He's not Joe Biden, who falls over when he tries to just walk up some stairs or step off a stage. It's Donald Trump. He was shot at. He was nearly killed. It was an assassination attempt, and you cannot call it anything less than that after he falls at a rally. What? He dropped down and ducked when the bullet started. He did not fall. This is insane. And why are CNN doing this, right? Okay, I understand we say, some newsrooms, they're a little bit lefty, there's a little bit of groupthink going on, and they're not completely unbiased. But this is far from that. There is clearly something going on here. The media don't want you to know that Donald Trump was nearly assassinated. I mean, obviously we're going to figure it out. But what are CNN playing at here? I mean, you guys tell me in the comments, because, I don't like to be a conspiracy theorist, but something fishy is going on here. What do you think is going on here? Do you think that the Democrats are handing a load of money under the table to CNN to say, don't mention the assassination, don't big it up, don't let Trump get good press from this, don't let him look like the strong one, make him look like a doddery old man who falls over? I mean, that presidential debate a few weeks back between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, although Donald Trump definitely came out on top because there wasn't much that Joe could do to not look like a dementia patient, CNN were trying their best to cover up Joe's failings and Joe's age. They were, for example, changing the camera quickly to Donald Trump when Joe Biden is struggling to get off the stage and is needing a hand from Jill Biden, right? CNN are clearly on Joe Biden's side, but why is it so bad? Why has the media got to the point where this is what they think is acceptable reporting? I don't know what's going on, but something is very, very fishy about this. And that wasn't the only CNN headline. We had this one as well. Trump's speech interrupted by Secret Service. I'm sorry, what? Interrupted? I'm sorry, but I don't really call shots being fired a mere interruption. It was an assassination attempt. That is why the Secret Service intervened. There is no valid excuse for leaving that out of your headline, okay? I know the media is not perfect and you have to rush stuff out, but this is no mistake. This is on purpose. Why are they doing it? Tell me in the comments. Tell me what you guys think is going on here, because something is just not right. And then, you know what also really was not right? Is that the Secret Service and the police did not stop this gunman from being able to fire shots at Donald Trump. And what makes me feel like this is really fishy, because initially I thought, well, you know, things happen, security breaches happen. If the gunman is sneaky enough, manages to get in a disguise, and then suddenly out comes the gun, bam, before they can be stopped. That's not what happened from what we've heard from bystanders who were there. So just take a look at this bystander who was on the BBC.
And watch and listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, you know. But we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police are like, huh, what? You know, like they didn't know what was going on. You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes?
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes?
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service.
If that doesn't sound fishy to you, I don't know what does. I mean, looks like they've got 2-tier policing out in the US as well. It's not just here in the UK. So they clearly had an opportunity to stop this guy. This member of the public tried to stop Trump from being shot at, right? He tries to save lives, right? Let's not forget, guys, and news to you if you didn't know, that 2 people actually died. Trump may have survived, but 2 people died. Okay, I saw the Facebook post of one of the guys. They've got a picture of him at his 50th birthday. He's a dad. His daughters loved him. Those daughters have now sadly lost their father because the police and the Secret Service did not bother to do anything for the 3 to 4 minutes that guy could be seen on that roof. And this bystander was trying to do whatever he could to stop this from happening. And they just ignored him. Why is that, right? I find it hard to believe that it's just incompetency, right? The Secret Service and the police, for someone as big as Trump, they are highly, highly trained. They are going to usually act very swiftly if any kind of security threat arises. Like someone just heckling in the audience, they'd probably sort them out very, very quickly. Let alone someone with a rifle climbing up the roof of the building. There's something not right here, okay? Was this planned? Were they told not to intervene? I don't know. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I can't ignore the fact that this does not add up. And you think maybe this one bystander was lying. Maybe he's talking rubbish. But then we had another bystander who completely corroborated. Have a look at this.
Sitting there, a guy said, "Oh God, he had a gun." I looked up. There's a guy on top of the building, right over there, with an M16, with a blanket, pointing at the president. He starts shooting. Bow, 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 bow. 4 to 5 shots rang out.
Saw the guy move from roof to roof. Told an officer that he was on the roof. The officer come looking. I went back to where I was standing. Heard that there was somebody that could see the person, so I went back to where they were standing, saw the person, went back and told the officer again that if he goes back to that particular spot, he can see the person, figuring that he would go in radio. And when I turned around to go back to where I was is when the gunshots started.
I mean, this is just absolutely bonkers, right? We've had 3 different guys there say that they were telling the police, please, there is someone on the roof with a gun. Please do something about it. And they just ignored it. I really struggle to think that that is just mere incompetency and that there is not something else going on here, right? They've tried to do everything they can to get Trump's name off of the ballot paper. Was this planned, right? Was this not just some rogue? Was this planned by the Democrats? I don't know. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I need answers to these questions if I'm not going to believe that, right? Why didn't the police do anything? They had many opportunities to do something, several individuals telling them, and several minutes to respond. This guy wasn't in and out super quick and they didn't have a chance to get him. They should have responded. There is a huge failing here and something needs to be done about it. Now, Joe Biden, he has now this evening come out or this afternoon in America, come out and said that they're going to look into this. They're going to investigate what happened. After he's now been briefed about what he should probably say so he doesn't look complicit with an assassination attempt. But when he was caught off the cuff earlier and asked whether he thinks it's an assassination attempt, listen to what Biden had to say. You will be shocked.
So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to him tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do.
Listen.
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough to. I have an opinion, but I don't have
Joe,
the facts. So I want to make
he
sure
had his
I
ear
have all
shot
the
off.
facts before I make some comment, any more comment.
So I do think it's an assassination attempt and you don't need more facts. Good job getting off stage though, one take.
Oh my God, he's like, I don't know. He probably forgot that there had just been an assassination attempt because it happened 5 minutes ago and his memory doesn't stretch back that far. But I mean, it's like he is like CNN saying, "Oh, I don't think we know enough to say that that's an assassination attempt. Let's just say that there was an incident, an interruption, that there were," one of the other headlines that I haven't shown you says there were popping noises in the crowd, not gunshots, popping noises, right? How on earth can you say there's not enough information to confirm that that is an assassination attempt? Get a grip, Joe Biden. This man has to go. Now, of course, in a bad situation, we need memes to cheer us up. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we have got them, if I can find them. This one is funny. Trump versus bullet, Biden versus stairs. I also saw another video of where Trump is walking down the stairs, literally out of the plane after this assassination attempt. And he walks down those stairs confident, looks fit and healthy, no issues getting down the stairs, and it says Trump after being shot, Biden with no bullets, and he can't walk down the stairs and he's falling down them. We've also got this girl said on Twitter, one of these guys is dodging cognitive tests while the other is dodging bullets. Choose your fighter. I think I know who I'll choose. I think it's fair to say. And then just have a look at this video. Last one. What a good note to end on. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will end this video. Tell me in the comments, what do you think is going on? This is all very fishy. I want to know what you think is happening. I'm Chloe Dobbs. This has been another video for Reason. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel and you press the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. See you soon.